What if reality isn't what you see, but what you expect to see? You felt it, this subtle pull, this almost imperceptible loop. The script of your life playing out, scene by almost identical scene, day after day. It's as if something within you, some unseen force, is projecting an old film onto the vibrant canvas of possibility. Each morning, a new chance, yet the same patterns emerge, the same dialogues repeat. This isn't chance. It's the raw, undeniable proof that your subconscious identity is constantly rendering your lived experience. You are the projector, and the quantum field is the screen, waiting for your instruction. The external world, in its deepest truth, is merely a reflection, an echo chamber for your internal state. Try this for a moment. Silently observe your surroundings without labeling anything. Just pure, unadulterated sight. Notice the subtle shift in texture, the depth of color you usually gloss over. Or even more profoundly, in the quiet of your mind, replace your name with another for a few minutes. Just for a moment, inhabit a different you. Feel the slight disorientation, that flicker of incongruence. That's not your mind playing tricks. It's a momentary stutter in the quantum projection. It's a tiny fracture, a micro-experiment designed to hint at a deeper truth. If you changed your self-perception right now, in this very instant, how would you know the world didn't just shift entirely? And before we dive deeper, make sure you subscribe and turn on the notification bell. These revelations aren't random, and if this video found you, it was meant to. Now let's begin. You believe you see the world as it is, a solid, objective truth laid out before you. But that belief is the greatest illusion, the master stroke of the subconscious mind. Every single perception, every sensory input is filtered, twisted, and colored by your internal landscape. There is no neutral observer. There is only you observing through the lens of your past, your beliefs, your fears, and your desires. Think of those moments when you walk into a room, convinced everyone is judging you. Suddenly, every averted glance, every hushed whisper, confirms your deepest insecurity. Did they actually judge you, or did your perception bend reality to fit your expectation? The answer is often more unsettling than you imagine. Your internal narrative sculpted the external interpretation. This isn't about delusion, it's about the fundamental mechanics of how reality is assembled for you. Your brain doesn't just receive data. It actively constructs reality based on a vast, intricate network of subconscious programs. It fills in the blanks, anticipates outcomes, and deletes information that doesn't fit its pre-approved narrative. And so you rarely see what's truly there. You see what your internal filters allow you to see, what your identity expects to see. This constant, relentless filtering ensures that your current reality, the one you're living, remains stubbornly consistent despite all your efforts to change it. Your perception isn't a window, it's a highly sophisticated editing suite working overtime, ensuring the script keeps playing. This foundational understanding of perception's active role is crucial because it directly dictates how the mere act of observing can cause a collapse. You've heard the term observer effect, often framed in esoteric quantum physics, something distant and abstract, but it's not confined to laboratories and subatomic particles. It's happening in your living room, in your conversations, in your most mundane moments. Your attention, the very focus of your consciousness, is an active force, a potent sculptor of reality. Where your attention goes, energy flows, and potential collapses into form. When you focus intently on a perceived lack, you're not just acknowledging it, you're reinforcing its existence in your reality. You are, in essence, commanding the universe to render more of what you don't want. It's an unconscious declaration, a powerful act of creation in reverse. Think of a new car you suddenly start noticing everywhere. Was it always there, or did your conscious recognition bring it into sharper focus, causing its potential to collapse into your present awareness? The car was always a possibility, but your specific attention drew it into your lived experience. This isn't coincidence. It's direct, undeniable evidence of your observer power. Every choice you make, every thought you entertain, is a tiny act of quantum collapse. You are quite literally deciding which wave of possibilities coalesces into your tangible world. But the vast majority of this powerful observation happens unconsciously, driven by the algorithms of your inner self. This continuous, unexamined act of observation is what maintains the precise boundaries of your current experience. This quiet, unacknowledged power of your attention is intrinsically linked to the very core of who you believe yourself to be, a hidden script that dictates every outcome. Your identity isn't just a label. It's the master script, the operating system that predetermines what reality you can experience. Every thought, every belief, every deeply held assumption about who you are, what you deserve, and what's possible for you acts as code. This code then renders your external world, ensuring it perfectly mirrors your internal narrative. Have you ever noticed those recurring patterns in your life? The same type of relationship, the same financial ceiling, the same career roadblocks. These aren't random glitches. They are precise, meticulously rendered loops of an identity that is simply playing out its programming. You are not stuck because reality is fixed. You are stuck because your perception, fueled by your identity, hasn't shifted. Your identity dictates the boundaries of your potential outcomes. If you unconsciously believe you are unworthy of abundance, your reality will constantly present you with scenarios that confirm this unworthiness. It's not a punishment, it's the universe faithfully executing your internal command. This internal script is so powerful, it can override conscious desire. You might consciously want wealth, but if your identity holds a poverty program, wealth will continually elude you. The world you inhabit is a faithful reflection of the self you project, both consciously and, more powerfully, unconsciously. This invisible script is always running, shaping your destiny until you realize its power and begin to rewrite it. Until then, you remain a character in a play written by your past self, relentlessly filtered by unseen mechanisms. Beneath your conscious awareness, a vast and complex machinery operates, tirelessly working to maintain your perceived reality. These are the filters of the subconscious, your hidden reality engine. They are responsible for what information gets through, what gets amplified, and what is discarded before it even reaches your conscious mind. Think of it like a highly personalized search engine running 24/7. It prioritizes information that confirms your existing beliefs. It highlights experiences that align with your identity, and it subtly minimizes anything that contradicts your established worldview. This isn't malicious, it's efficient. It ensures cognitive coherence, preventing your mind from being overwhelmed by infinite possibilities. These filters are built from your earliest experiences, your parental conditioning, societal norms, and every single belief you've ever adopted as truth. They're so deeply ingrained, you rarely question their operation. They dictate what you pay attention to, what opportunities you see, and even what solutions present themselves to your problems. If a solution exists outside the scope of your subconscious filters, you simply won't perceive it. Many people spend their lives attempting to change their external circumstances, never realizing that the true leverage lies in reprogramming these invisible filters. They are the gatekeepers of your experience, determining what can and cannot enter your sphere of perception. Without acknowledging their power, you remain trapped in the same repeating cycles, bound by the very mechanisms meant to protect your current reality. These filters create loops, making the unfamiliar almost impossible to manifest. Perception loops are the sticky threads of reality, constantly pulling you back to what is known, what is safe, what is familiar. Your subconscious filters, acting like an insistent editor, will always prioritize data that maintains the current narrative. This is why true novelty, a completely unfamiliar outcome, struggles to emerge into your experience. It simply doesn't fit the established, comfortable pattern. Imagine trying to introduce a new character to a long-running TV show where the audience demands predictability. Your subconscious is that audience, and it has a very strong preference for the familiar. If something unfamiliar attempts to break through, a new opportunity, a different kind of relationship, an unexpected success, your automatic filters will often categorize it as irrelevant, dangerous, or not for me. This isn't about missed opportunities as much as it is about unseen opportunities. The unfamiliar doesn't just get rejected, it often doesn't even register. Your perception literally cannot see it because it lacks a corresponding internal blueprint. This is why you can consciously desire change, even actively pursue it, and still find yourself creating remarkably similar situations again and again. The new simply gets looped back into the old. You are living in a self-reinforcing echo chamber of your own making, where the unfamiliar is systematically filtered out. To break free, you must intentionally disrupt these loops, to compel your perceiving apparatus to acknowledge new signals. It's a deliberate act of choosing discomfort over predictability. This disruption begins with small, almost imperceptible shifts, micro-experiments designed to introduce divergence. To escape the gravity of your established perception loops, you don't need a grand, dramatic overhaul. What you need are micro-experiments, subtle acts of rebellion against your subconscious programming. These are tiny, intentional divergences in your daily routine, designed to introduce novel data and create cracks in the familiar. Start with your internal dialogue. Observe that nagging inner voice. When it narrates a negative loop, "I always mess this up," "I'm not good enough," simply rephrase it. Don't fight it, just gently offer an alternative. "Perhaps there's another way this could go," or "what if this time is different?" You're not forcing belief, you're just introducing a new possibility, a different path for the energy to flow. Another micro-experiment. Deliberately change your perspective on a challenging situation. Instead of seeing it as a problem, frame it as a puzzle. Or look at someone you usually dislike and try to find one thing you genuinely appreciate about them. These exercises aren't about changing your outer world directly, but about rewiring your inner lens, subtly shifting the filters of your perception. These small, consistent acts create a ripple effect. They begin to train your subconscious to expand its approved categories, to allow in data it previously filtered out. Each successful micro-experiment creates a tiny, positive feedback loop, demonstrating to your inner reality engine that new patterns are not only safe, but potentially beneficial. This accumulation of small shifts is how you gradually dismantle the immense inertia of your old self. Even after you start implementing micro-experiments, after you gain glimpses of alternative realities, you will encounter the formidable force of identity inertia. This is the sheer, overwhelming gravity of your old self, relentlessly pulling you back into familiar patterns. It's the discomfort of the new, amplified by years, even decades, of operating from the same internal script. Think of an old riverbed. Even if a small dam diverts the main flow, some water will always find its way back to the old, comfortable path, carving deeper trenches over time. Your old identity is exactly like that old riverbed. It's deeply grooved, well-trodden, and incredibly resistant to new currents. This inertia isn't a sign of weakness. It's a testament to the efficient system your subconscious built to maintain stability. This resistance often manifests as self-doubt, procrastination, or the sudden return of old fears just as you're on the cusp of a breakthrough. You might feel a strong urge to revert to old habits, to sabotage your progress, or to dismiss your new insights as mere fantasy. These are not failures. They are the natural consequence of identity inertia, the old self's last stand against its inevitable dissolution. The deeper the groove, the stronger the pull. Understanding this inertia is crucial because it prevents you from falling into despair when old patterns resurface. It's not that you're doing something wrong. It's that the momentum of your past self is a powerful force, creating a subtle but undeniable lag between your internal shift and its external manifestation. This lag is a fundamental aspect of how reality renders. You've shifted your internal state, you've embraced a new identity, You've diligently practiced your micro-experiments, yet the old world, the old circumstances, stubbornly persist. This is not a failure of your shift. It's reality lag, the inevitable delay between your internal quantum collapse and its full manifestation in your physical reality. Think of it like a deep imprint left on soft sand. Even after you lift your foot, the impression remains for a time, slowly eroding. Your old reality, your old identity, has left a profound imprint on the quantum field. Even as you create a new imprint with your shifted consciousness, the older, deeper grooves take time to fade and for the new ones to solidify. It's similar to a computer rendering a complex image. There's a delay between input and output. This lag is where many aspiring observers give up, mistaking the persistence of the old for the failure of the new. They expect an immediate, dramatic change, unaware of the subtle mechanics at play. The old world is still showing up because it's still being rendered by the residual momentum of your former self. It's an echo, a ghost image, not a present truth. During this period of reality lag, the universe is essentially catching up to your new internal frequency. It's reorganizing, reshuffling, and recalibrating. This is not a time for doubt, but for unwavering commitment to your new internal truth, knowing that the physical manifestation is in motion. It's also a time when symbols and synchronicities start appearing, little glitches in the matrix, indicating that the shift is indeed underway. As you navigate the period of reality lag, watch for the proliferation of symbols, numbers, and profound synchronicity. These are not random occurrences. They are specific collapse codes, signals from the quantum field that your new reality is actively downloading. They are glitches in the old matrix, confirming your internal shift is causing ripples that are approaching the surface of your awareness. Have you ever suddenly seen a repeating number series everywhere? 11, 11, 333, 444, or a specific animal, a particular phrase, or an unusual object that seems to follow you. These aren't just coincidences. They are markers, signposts that your subconscious filters are beginning to recognize new patterns, acknowledging possibilities that were previously invisible. It's the universe reflecting your internal reorganization. These synchronicities act as validation, little winks from the cosmos saying, "You are on the right track." They are often highly personal, resonating deeply with your inner knowing, providing comfort and encouragement during the uncertain phase of transition. They are proof that your new internal script is overwriting the old, and that the external world is starting to reorient itself around your updated identity. These codes are like fragments of a dream leaking into your waking life, offering clues about the emerging reality. They are not the full manifestation, but undeniable proof that your observer effect is working, causing deep systemic shifts. This leads to a fascinating paradox, where the act of fully embracing the new collapses the old from an unexpected direction. Here's the radical paradox. To truly collapse the old reality and fully inhabit the new, you must observe from the perspective of the already shifted. You cannot wait for external evidence to confirm your internal change. You must embody the change first, utterly and without reservation. This isn't about faking it, it's about a conscious commitment to a future self that already exists in the quantum field. Imagine you desire abundance. The paradox is that you cannot approach it from a state of lack, wishing for abundance to arrive. Instead, you must experience, feel, and observe from the state of being abundant. This means gratitude for what you have, certainty in what is coming, and an unshakable inner knowing that abundance is your current truth, even if the external world hasn't fully caught up. This is the ultimate act of observation. Directing your focus from a preferred future back into your present, allowing it to reassemble your reality from the inside out. When you truly inhabit the consciousness of the already shifted, your internal filters align with that reality, causing your subconscious to seek and amplify evidence of it. The old reality, no longer receiving your focused attention, simply begins to dissolve. It's the ultimate redirect of the observer effect. This isn't easy. It requires courage to stand in a truth that isn't yet fully reflected externally. But this commitment is what causes the final, irreversible collapse of the old timeline. To refuse this commitment, to continuously wait for external proof, is to pay a hidden price. There is a subtle, yet profound, cost to not actively observing, to letting your subconscious filters run unchecked, to resisting the call of an emerging identity. The price is paid in cycles of missed opportunities, recurring frustrations, and an insidious sense of stagnation. This is the hidden burden of an unshifted observer, the true cost of allowing old programs to relentlessly render your reality. When you fail to engage your conscious observer, you effectively delegate your creative power to dormant, outdated beliefs. Your reality then becomes a looping echo of your past, a closed system where growth is stifled and true novelty is systematically excluded. You experience déjà vu not as a mystic signal, but as the relentless replay of an unexamined script. This isn't about judgment, it's about mechanical consequence. If you choose not to observe, you are still observing, but unconsciously. You're observing the limits, the fears, the perceived deficiencies, and giving them the power to persist. The potential for a new, vibrant, expansive reality remains untouched, a probability wave that never collapses into your experience because your attention is elsewhere, tethered to the familiar confines of the past. The hidden price is not just what you don't gain, but what remains unexpressed within you, the potential self, the unlived possibilities, the vibrant timelines that never come into focus. This leads us to the ultimate truth. The experiment isn't out there, it's always been within you. The grand experiment isn't happening in some distant laboratory. It is happening within you, through you, and as you, every single moment of your existence. Your consciousness is not merely a passive recipient of reality, it is the fundamental measuring device, the active participant that collapses quantum potential into lived experience. You are the quantum field's ultimate sensor. Every thought you entertain, every emotion you feel, every conviction you hold, sends out a frequency that interacts with the universal field of infinite possibilities. Your conscious and unconscious attention literally shapes the wave function of potential, compelling it to coalesce into the specific reality you perceive. The world you inhabit is a direct, measurable consequence of your internal state. There is no external measuring device, no separate agent that dictates your experience more profoundly than your own awareness. Your perception isn't just a mental act, it's a physical force, a tangible mechanism of creation. This is why self-mastery is not a self-help concept, it's a fundamental scientific principle. To master your consciousness is to master your reality. Understanding this shifts everything. It moves you from being a victim of circumstance to the ultimate architect of your world. The power was never outside of you, it was always the silent, undeniable force of your own inner observer, waiting to be consciously directed. This realization is never accidental, and so we arrive at the final paradox. This video, these words, this precise sequence of revelations was not random. The fact that you are here, consuming this content, engaging with these concepts, is a direct consequence of your own quantum journey. It's a signal, a synchronicity, a collapse code appearing in your reality because you were ready for it. Your subconscious, seeking answers, seeking a different reality, initiated a subtle observation, sending out a frequency that pulled this information into your awareness. You didn't stumble upon this, your deeper self orchestrated its encounter. This is not a lecture, it is a reflection, a mirror image of a truth you already carried within, waiting to be activated. The universe doesn't deal in coincidences. It communicates through patterns, through echoes, through perfectly timed alignments. This video is a part of your unfolding journey, a conscious trigger designed to awaken your awareness of your own power, your own role as the observer. It's a key to unlock the next level of your conscious creation. The information itself has now become another point of observation, a new seed planted in your mind, destined to sprout into new perceptions, new realities. The loop is not ending, it's expanding, inviting you to step into a conscious co-creation. Make sure to subscribe for more videos and hit that notification bell so you never miss a new video. We'll see you in the next one.